Good day everyone, welcome to Unit Expert Panel Live. I am Althea Arshada and today we're diving into a crucial topic in the tourism industry, international recognition and governance. Tourism connects countries, cultures, and economies, making it global cooperation essential. International organizations and recognition system guide tourism development, set standards, and promote sustainability. Without this, frameworks and destination could face environmental harm, cultural loss, and unequal benefits. So this unit explains how global governance shapes tourism and how recognitions like UNESCO status influence destinations and their communities. Joining me to discuss, these are esteemed expert, Ms. Isabel Sumayo, the UNWTO officer, Ms. Dani Casaro, the WTTC representative, and Ms. Alicia Fremista, the UNESCO Heritage Custodian, and Ms. Jamie Rabaya from Local Tourism Official. Welcome to you all.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm happy to be here.
Hello.
Hello to our viewers and listeners.
So, let's start simple. What is international recognition and governance in tourism?
So, international recognition in tourism refers to the acknowledgement and cooperation of countries and destinations through global organizations like UNWTO, WTTC, IATA, UNESCO, and global governance. This means international organizations play a major role in shaping how tourism operates around the world. So the UNWTO provides leadership in promoting sustainable and responsible tourism and help countries develop tourism policies. And the WTTC represents the private sector and measures the economic contribution of tourism globally. UNESCO protects cultural and natural heritage through World Heritage Sites, which often increase tourist arrivals and conservation efforts. Meanwhile, IATA ensures a safe and efficient global air travel by setting standards for airlines. Together, these organizations help maintain quality, safety, and sustainability in the tourism industry. In this context, governance is the process by which these entities coordinate tourism development responsibly and sustainably.
Thank you. Now, why this is so important for the industry globally?
It ensures that tourism activities follow internationally agreed upon policies and treaties. And from what we see in global tourism research, this alignment is critical for keeping the industry stable and predictable. Bilateral and multilateral agreements do more than simplifying visas or airline operations. They actually create a regulatory environment that reduces uncertainty for travelers and businesses. And on a broader scale, global frameworks like UN SDGs provide a clear roadmap for responsible and sustainable growth. And many countries are now shaping their tourism strategies around these goals. Regional organizations also strengthen this cooperation. ASEAN promotes standardized practices amongst member states, while Europe's Schengen Agreement and EU Blue Card shows how coordinated policies can streamline mobility and boost tourism flows. Altogether, this interconnected system contribute to a more sustainable, resilient, and well-governed global tourism industry.
Well, globally, through heritage recognition, we are able to protect and promote both cultural and natural sites that are considered irreplaceable. So, once a place becomes a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it often attracts more visitors, which brings in funding for conservation and helps support local communities. However, more tourism means more pressure on the environment and on the people who live there. So, an example of this is the Banawe rice terraces here in the Philippines. So, tourism increases local income, but it also shows how important preservation efforts must be to keep the site intact for future generations.
Interesting, but no system is without challenges, right? What are the main challenges and impacts of the governance in global tourism?
Of course, despite international recognition and frameworks, governance still faces some challenges. Governance challenges in tourism are closely tied to the UN SDGs, particularly SDG 16, which promotes strong institutions, and SDG 17, which encourages global partnerships for coordinated action. They also align with the Global Code of Ethics for Tourism, which advocates responsible governance governance, sustainability, and equitable benefits for communities, ensuring tourism development is balanced, ethical, and inclusive.
So lastly, how does international recognition and governance relate to the UN Sustainable Development Goals and Global Code of Ethics for Tourism?
So the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, especially the Goal 8 and Goal 12, guide tourism toward decent work, economic growth, and responsible consumption. So these frameworks help ensure tourism supports sustainability and ethical international cooperation.
Tourism policies, treaties, and global frameworks align directly with SDG 8 on decent work and SDG 12 on responsible consumption, while the Global Code of Ethics for Tourism guides the industry toward fairness, sustainability, and ethical conduct.
UNESCO Heritage Recognition supports the UN SDG, especially the responsible consumption, sustainable communities, and climate action. It also follows the Global Code of Ethics for Tourism, which promotes respect for cultural heritage and responsible visitor behavior.
Thank you so much to our panelists and to all of you watching today. We've learned that in the end, international recognition and governance are not just labels, titles, or protocols. They are the invisible architecture that decides which stories that world hears and which destinations are truly protected. When a site is recognized, a community is empowered. Understanding this reminds us that tourism doesn't grow by chance. It grows because nations choose to be accountable stewards of what the world values. Stay informed, travel responsibly, and keep exploring. Until next time on a Unit Expert Panel Live.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone!
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.